Supplements, the most exciting topic when we talk about body transformation, fat loss, muscle gain, performance enhancement, and all of the things. One thing that excites the most people is supplements. And in this episode of the Fitness Engineered podcast, my friend, you are going to get an absolute clarity about the supplements that work, how to consume it, the best forms and the best dosages of it, and how to make the supplements work for you. Because I'll tell you honestly, my friend, 99% of supplements out there in the market would be waste of money if you don't know how to use it well, if you don't know the right dosages of it. But they could be absolutely game changer if you know how to use them correctly, if you know the right dosages of it, and if you put it together and build it around a good lifestyle, have it with a good nutrition, exercise, and sleep routine. Supplements could absolutely be a game changer in your transformation. There are a few supplements, they work best when they are saturated in the body, like creatine monohydrate. The first day you would take creatine, you would not see any results. Okay. But once it is saturated in the body, the results would be exponential. There are few supplements like caffeine. They would work instantly. No matter whether it's your first dose or no matter it's your 30th dose, it does not need to be saturated in the body. It would work right away. Pre-workouts. Again, caffeine is the main component here. Then there are supplements like vitamin, minerals. These supplements are dependent on some other nutrients as well for their absorption. Now there are fat soluble vitamin, water soluble vitamin. Fat soluble vitamin would be best absorbed when it is consumed with a high fat food source. Okay. Water soluble vitamin does not need anything of that sort. There are some supplements that could be habit forming, like melatonin, like caffeine. We could get dependent on it after a point. We would not get the same benefits or same results after using it for a period of time as our body gets used to it. Okay. Then there are supplements which, if used together, could cause problems, like caffeine and creatine. For some people, if they are consumed together, they cause digestive issues. There could be some supplements that we have to be careful about, like plant proteins, like whey proteins. Plant proteins could have a lot of toxins in it. They could cause a lot of problems when it comes to like gluten intolerance and everything. Whey protein, on the other hand, could cause problem for people who have lactose intolerant and things like that. We have to be careful about that as well. Then again, there are a few supplements that inhibit the absorption of the other supplements as well. So these are a lot of things in here that we have to understand and know before starting any supplement regimen and before starting any supplement protocol. There are plenty of supplements out there in the market that are severely underdosed, my friend. Means they will mention like 50 different ingredients and 50 benefits of the supplement, but when we actually check the ingredient level of the supplement, we'll find out that the supplement contains this specific ingredient but not in sufficient quantity that could have a performance enhancement benefit on our body, or it would not be enough to fulfill the body's requirement of that specific nutrient. That is all what we are going to discuss in today's episode, my friend. Vinay here, lecturer of exercise science at National Strength and Conditioning Association India, a body transformation and performance coach, here to make your body transformation and performance journey easier, faster, and enjoyable. And in today's episode, my friend, we are going to nail down the topic on supplements. Now, when we talk about supplements, my friend, let's categorize supplements into three categories. Okay. Number one, supplements would be essential nutrients. Okay, these are essential nutrients for functioning of our body. These could not be called as supplements that could benefit. These are nutrients that our body needs to function optimally. Okay, that's why they are called as the essential nutrients. Okay. Number two are the ergogenic supplements. Ergogenic means performance enhancing supplements, that these supplements could have a positive effect on increasing our performance, whether it be speed, whether it be strength, whether it be power, whether it be help with or fasten the recovery or help with like reducing the delayed of onset of muscle soreness, DOMS, and everything, and could speed up our muscle gain and the adaptation process overall. This could be the second category. And third category of supplements would be the miscellaneous category. Now, this miscellaneous category is here because these supplements are not actually proven and they need a lot more research to like come up with the claims that these supplements have made so far. That's why we are putting it into the miscellaneous category, because they are like black and white so far. We do not actually know whether this would work, whether this would not, and they are not especially the essential nutrients, we could say, and they are not also proven like 100% beneficial for their performance enhancing benefits. So we would be talking about those supplements as well, and whether we should invest on them, whether we should consume them, whether we should not. But on a lighter note, my friend, have you seen the recent report that came out where the research found out that 70% of protein supplements in Indian market are mislabeled. 14% of them even contains toxin, and 8% of them also contains pesticides. This is a very shocking study, my friend, and this study was done over 36 most popular Indian protein brands. This is like very, very shocking news. That means we are spending so much of money, and what are we getting out of it? We are getting fooled, we are getting scammed. Okay, I've just made a quick reel on this topic, a short 60-second video, and I posted it on my Instagram. I don't think the video would be out before the podcast is out, but do stay tuned on my Instagram as well, because I keep posting a lot of amazing updates there as well. So you would definitely get to see what is about the reel, what was the research that was done, and what are the ways of how we can stay away from getting scammed, getting fooled, and stay safe and stay healthy overall. So make sure that you follow me on Instagram. I am as fitness engineer underscore Vinay. Okay. Apart from that, talking about, again, digging a little deeper into that topic, my friend, it is not the brand's responsibility, although it is, although it is, but more of it is our responsibility as a consumer to understand what we are consuming, whether we are getting it from the right sources, whether it is the right thing to be consumed. Not every supplement is like bad, not every supplement is good, not every supplement would be effective for you, not every supplement would be like waste of money. Okay, it is our responsibility as a consumer to understand and to verify and to do our homework basically about what is the thing that our body actually needs, what is the thing that this supplement can actually do that could help me in my life, in my health and fitness journey. Okay, if it is going to be beneficial, consume it, get it from the right source, get it in the right quantity, do it, use it correctly. Okay, or else we would just be wasting a lot of our money. Again, second thing is, my friend, no supplement could replace a good nutrition, exercise, and sleep regimen. No supplement. No matter, even God drops it from top and tells you that take this supplement. But you don't exercise, you don't follow good nutrition routine, you don't sleep on time, you don't get enough rest recovery, you don't manage your stress well, even that supplement is not going to work for you. Okay, so our responsibility is to make sure that we have a good nutrition regimen, we have a good exercise regimen, we have a good stress management, recovery, and sleep regimen. And on top of it, if we use supplement correctly in the right dosages, in the right form, the right supplements, we are going to be like in the top 5% of the most healthy and fit people. Yes, supplement definitely could help us, but keeping the context right. Okay, the context is that supplements are to be used as supplements and not as a primary source of nutrients, or not as a primary thing that is going to help us get the results. Okay, we don't get results by supplements, but we could get better results than what we were when we were following a good nutrition, exercise, stress management, sleep regimen, plus adding in supplements, we would get slightly better results. Okay, that is where the supplements comes into picture. It is to supplement the original things, or it is to supplement what we cannot get or what we need more of from our regular good routine. Okay, it cannot replace our regular and a good routine. Okay, now once that part is clear, once the context is nicely set, now let's get into the supplement part. Okay, talking about category number one, that is the essential nutrients. Now, essential nutrients, just like we talked about, these are the most important nutrients for our body, which are required for optimal functioning of our body. Now, which are the essential nutrients? There are two specifically: vitamin mineral supplements and the omega 3 supplements. Okay, Vitamins and minerals. Now whenever we go to a doctor, we get our blood reports done, we show it to the doctor, we are facing like lightheadedness, we are not feeling high on energy levels, our moods are like down, we feel lazy overall, and we don't feel energetic throughout the day, we feel sleepy all the time, we feel tired all the time. Doctor tells us to get a blood report checked, and he finds out that there are a few nutrient deficiencies in the body. Females who are not getting their periods regularly, they could have a lot of imbalances in their body. Majority of them are like vitamin and mineral imbalances. Okay, we are not going into the hormonal part of it because there are very less supplements that have shown to be very very effective when it comes to hormonal control and all of those. There are drugs. Okay, there are drugs, steroidal drugs, and that are prescription based drugs from the doctor that we cannot get like over the top. We cannot order it from Amazon and everything that we could get from Amazon and everything does not have a very significant effect on hormonal balance and all of those things. Okay, so talking about vitamin and mineral supplements first, doctors would suggest you depending upon your blood report. Generally, if whatever things I mentioned earlier, if those are the symptoms that you're facing and you get the blood reports done, you would generally find out that you would be deficient in vitamin D, which is like 90% of the blood reports that I analyze on a daily basis, the people are 90% of them are deficient in vitamin D. Unless and until they are supplementing with vitamin D already, they are deficient, because we don't have a lifestyle where we get enough vitamin D because we don't go out in the sun, we stay inside all day long, and that is a lifestyle that we have built for ourselves. So getting enough vitamin D is something that is a big of a problem for us. So vitamin D deficiency is one. So we can use supplement of vitamin D. Cholecalciferol is the compound that we get from the supplements, oil based supplement. We get nice oil based tablet, and that is what we have to supplement with if the body is deficient in vitamin D. So vitamin D is a supplement, number one. Number two, you will find out that vitamin B12 and the entire B complex is something that you would be deficient in. If that is a deficiency that we have, then we can always start taking the vitamin B complex medicines or supplement. That is supplement number two. Then there are different vitamins and minerals that our body could be deficient in that we need to supplement, and these all of these supplements, zinc, magnesium, then again iron supplements for hemoglobin and all of those things. In case you are a female, you are missing out on your periods, you are very low on energy, tired, and all of those things, hair fall, and all of those things are happening. Majority of chances are vitamin D, B12, or the entire B complex and B spectrum vitamins, and iron could be something that you might be deficient in. Zinc, magnesium, calcium, these are the three supplements when we are dealing with bone injuries, when we are dealing with osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, and things like that, when we are malnourished, when we are not eating enough, when we are very very skinny, we are eating a lot of food, we are still not being able to absorb those foods, our joint pain very frequently after we are done playing, or we get injured very often and things like that. Calcium, zinc, magnesium could be the vitamins or minerals that could help us with all of these things as well. So this is a category of essential supplements that we need these supplements. We don't need to start taking these supplements unless and until we get a blood report checked, my friend. Okay, that is very very important, because just like we talked in the earlier part of the start of the podcast, that there are water soluble vitamins as well as fat soluble vitamins. Fat soluble vitamins are generally vitamin D, vitamin A, D, just B and C. Two vitamins are water soluble, all of the other vitamins are fat soluble. Vitamin A, D, E, and K. These four vitamins are fat soluble vitamins. That means these vitamins need fat for its absorption and transportation. But what also happens is the body fat or the fat in our body, these vitamins could also be stored. Okay, and beyond a point, if we are supplementing it over and over again, very high dosages of it, our body has already got enough of it, we are still supplementing with it, it could become even toxic for our body. That could cause problems as well. That problem does not happen with water soluble vitamins like vitamin B and vitamin C. Even if we are overdosing these vitamins, what happens is these are water soluble vitamins and our body generally flushes it out if it is available in plenty. Now you would have observed this when you are taking a multivitamin or when you are taking vitamin B spectrum complex kind of supplement, you will observe that the color of your urine would turn yellow, very like bright neon kind of a yellow. That is because the amount of vitamin B complex that our body was able to absorb has been absorbed. The remaining of it is flushed out by the body. So this is one of the benefit. Again, vitamin B and vitamin C, very important ones for immunity, for energy metabolism, for energy levels, everything, very important. So these are the essential nutrients. Essential nutrient number two is omega 3s. Omega 3s are very, very essential supplements, my friend. Means just like at every home, like whenever a guest enters, we give them water, we give them tea, we give them snacks and things like that. If guests would come at your house, you just offer them a omega 3 and a vitamin D tablet as well, because majority of the guests coming at your home would not be taking these as supplements, and they would definitely be deficient in this. Okay, so this is a good way of creating a healthy environment around and keeping your family and friends healthy as well. So vitamin D, omega 3 is very, very important. Now when we're talking about omega 3s, my friend, there is a misconception around that flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, almonds, peanuts, these are good sources of omega 3s, but these are not good sources of omega 3s, my friend. These contain one of the omega 3 called as ALA, alpha lipoic acid, but its conversion from ALA to EPA and DHA, these are the two main compounds, or we could say precursors of omega 3. ALA gets converted into EPA or DHA. And all of the sources that I just mentioned are good sources of ALA, not EPA and DHA, which are the main compounds. Okay. ALA gets converted to EPA and DHA inside our body, but the conversion rate is very low. So even though we think that we're getting enough omega 3s from these sources, we are not getting the quality of omega 3 that our body actually needs. So what are the best sources of omega 3s? Fish, amazing, hands down the best source of omega 3s. Egg yolks, amazing source of omega 3s. That's it. That's it, my friend. All of the other sources, the plant based sources, nuts, seeds, all of these things, they contain omega 3, but the quality of omega 3 is very low. The ALA does not get converted to ALA and EPA very effectively inside our body. So it is better to not count them as omega 3 source. It is better to have them as bonus, because more omega 3s would not cause a problem, but less omega 3s would definitely cause a problem. So count them as a bonus, that if you get some omega 3 from it, it's great. If you don't, it's not a big problem at all. That's how I want you to look at omega 3s as well. So if we do not eat enough fish throughout the week, we would not be getting enough omega 3s. Now omega 3 is a polyunsaturated fatty acid, and it is very important when it comes to controlling inflammation, when it comes to about developing our brain. EPA and DHA, very important parts of mother's milk, very, very important for a baby or a kid's development, brain growth, hormonal control, and their cell membrane, cell functioning, all of those things, reducing the risk of cardiovascular diseases and a lot of those things. Very, very crucial component for everyday living and just optimal living, my friend. Not performance enhancement as well. I'm just talking about optimal living. Okay, very, very important nutrient. And there has to be a ratio of omega 6 to omega 3. Omega 6 is all of the other fats that we get, the unsaturated fats and everything, the oils and everything, the oils in the food and all of everything else. The other things are coming into the category of omega 6 and omega 9. Okay, omega 6 and omega 3, the ratio has to be 1 is to 1 or 2 is to 1, omega 6 to omega 3. Okay, but what has been found in the research, what the ratio has been? 20 is to 1 and even 40 is to 1, my friend, in heavily obese people who are eating a lot of junk food and things like that. Just imagine where the ideal ratio, optimal ratio, has to be 1 is to 1 or 2 is to 1 of omega 6 to omega 3. The ratio is 20 is to 1 and 40 is to 1. Just imagine how much omega 3 do we need. Now there are two ways. We could lower the omega 6 and omega 9s, and we could increase the omega 3s. We can do both if we want to be at our healthiest level, if we want to reduce the inflammation, if we want to reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases and things like that, want a good brain health, good hormonal balance, and good cellular functioning metabolism and things like that. It is very, very crucial that we are supplementing with omega 3s as well. Which supplements are the best? There are a lot of underdosed omega 3 supplements out there in the market, my friend. All of the 500 milligram omega 3 tablets are absolutely of, means, underdosed. You will have to take a lot of it. Now minimum effective dose for omega 3s is found out to be somewhere around like 1 gram, 1 gram of high quality omega 3, which is good in EPA and DHA content. But what is optimal or would be recommended would be like 1.5 to 3 grams of omega 3. 3 grams or 3000 milligrams of omega 3. Okay, take this from the triple strength tablets or capsules that we get from the market. The triple strength one, the 1250 milligram tablet or capsule, which is like 560 milligrams of EPA and 480 grams of DHA and things like that. Just go for 2 to 3 of these throughout the day with all of your meals, one with each meal, 3 tablets, 3 meals. That would be the best, the most optimal dosage for like optimal functioning. I would recommend, not recommended for everyone. Again, we have to start with a smaller dose. We have to see how the body responds, how well it is tolerated, and then we can always increase the dosages. Always do it under expert guidance. Do not start supplementing without getting the blood reports and without having expert guidance, but always good to have some information with you. Okay, so this was about the essential nutrients. Again, any essential nutrient supplement that we left, we have covered all the multivitamin, multimineral ones, omega 3s. All of these are the essential supplements. Last but not the least, protein, my friend. Protein is also a nutrient. Protein is also something that majority of people are deficient in. I've seen doctors recommending protein supplement as well for people who are heavily or severely malnourished, people who are severely underweight, I would say, severely underweight, females who are not getting enough from their food, missing their periods, are very overweight, undernourished, and things like that. Nowadays, we are living in an era where we are overfed and undernourished. If you would eat a pizza, you would be getting a lot of calories, but a lot less nutrients. Okay, all of the juices and things like that, all of the alcohols and things like that, you'll get a lot of calories. You would be overfed, but the nutrients that are required to nourish our body would be very, very less. Okay, L- people are not dying these days from less eating. They are dying because they are eating more. They are eating in excess. That has become a problem, and they are severely under eating protein, my friend. Very, very severely under eating protein. So that's why adding in a protein supplement becomes very, very crucial here. Okay, now protein supplement is not a magic. It's not like a steroid, or it is not a drug. It would not make you a bodybuilder or Arnold in a day or two or year or two or even in decades. It will just fulfill your protein requirements. There are two ways in which you can take protein supplements. One is the plant-based supplement, and the other one is the whey protein. Is made up from milk. It is just the byproduct of paneer formation, cheese formation. When the milk is separated into milk solids and milk liquids, the solids become cheese and paneer, the liquid becomes whey protein. As simple as that. Then the plant-based ones. Plant-based, again, if you have been a frequent listener to this podcast, you would understand that why plant-based sources are not the best sources of protein, but plant-based protein powders are amazing source of protein, because there is a concept of protein complementation. That means that we have 21 amino acids. Out of them, 9 are essential amino acids and the rest are non-essential. Our body cannot synthesize essential amino acids. That's why we need it from food. But in plant-based sources, what happens is there are multiple sources which would have like 4 essential amino acids absent with 4 or 2 or 3 like this. And there are multiple sources. If we combine the sources that are high in these 4 and the other source that is high in this 4 but missing this 4, and we could complement it together, we would get a complete amino acid profile. That's how the protein powders from plant-based supplements are made. So generally, when if you are lactose intolerant, only in that case I would suggest you or recommend you to go for plant-based protein, because again, the mixability, taste, texture does not, means we are not at that level yet where we are getting like the best quality plant-based protein, which are as smooth, as tasty, and as easy to digest as whey protein supplements. Even if you are having lactose intolerance, we have whey protein isolates, which are amazing. But if you want to try out plant-based protein supplements, always look out for rice protein isolate, a blend of rice protein isolate, pea protein isolate, and soy protein isolate. If it has a combination of all three, then it could be a complete protein source. It would have the complete amino acid. All of the essential amino acids would be present. All of the non-essential amino acids would also be present, and it could provide you similar effect as to whey protein. Okay, Try it out for yourself. Try it out how you feel about it, whether it tastes as good as whey protein, whether it is as easy to digest and as flavorful as whey protein. If it is, if it contains these nutrients, ingredients, you are good to go. But again, there has come the report that I talked about. The 70% protein are mislabeled, 14% of them have also found out that they have toxins and things like that, and pesticides. Generally, this were the herbal and the plant based sources of protein. So extending the shelf life and all of these things, toxins could be developed, pesticides from all of the wheat and all of the rice and things like that. The pesticides again gets into the proteins as well. So to stay on a safer side, I would always recommend to go along with the whey based stuff, the milk based protein. I'm a big fan of it, but I won't say that I would not recommend plant based proteins. If you are able to find good quality plant based proteins, it could, research has shown both of them to be equally effective. If the daily protein requirements are met, no matter you fulfill the protein requirement from animal based sources, you eat meat, eggs, milk, and a lot of milk products, or you eat all of the vegan food sources, you take your protein from all of the vegan sources. If your protein intake, daily protein intake is met, you could get same results. Not a problem. That's one. Okay. When we talk about sources of whey protein, there are whey protein concentrates, we have whey protein isolates, and we have hydrolyzed whey protein. Whey protein concentrate is one of the cheaper form of whey protein. I would not say it is cheaper, but it is cheaper as compared to isolates and hydrolyzed. Okay. Very economical and the best form of protein supplement, whey protein. If you are on a tight budget, always go for whey protein concentrate. It would contain a little higher amount of fat, a little higher amount of carbohydrates as well, but the quality of protein is the best. Okay. Then if you have a little extra money to spend, what you can do is get a blend of whey protein concentrate and whey protein isolate. A blend of these two would be again better than whey protein concentrate, and not better than just whey protein isolates. Okay. But blend is most probably the one that is available in the market, that are blend of concentrates and isolates. They contain even less carbs and fat as compared to whey protein concentrate alone, better than whey protein concentrate alone overall. Okay. But slightly costlier than whey protein concentrates. Then we have whey protein isolates. Isolates are basically more refined form of whey protein, where the fats and carbs are even removed, even the lactose, majority of the lactose is also removed, and only protein is left here. Very good for people who are having lactose intolerance and things like that. They should always go for whey protein isolates. Very less amount of fat, almost zero carbs. Okay. Then when we go on the top tier of whey protein supplement, that is hydrolyzed whey protein. Hydrolyzed whey protein is basically pre-digested whey protein. It could easily get digested, no lactose, very little to like no carbs and fats in it, but very costly as well. Now, when we talk about the cost to effectiveness ratio, hydrolyzed are very costly, but very effective as well. But when we compare it with the isolates and the blend of isolates to concentrates, if you're not a sponsored person, if you're not a sponsored athlete and getting the protein supplements for free, stay away from isolates and even hydrolyzed. A blend of both of these is the best. And last one is the casein protein. Casein protein is also a form of milk based protein. Milk contains two kinds of protein. One is whey protein and the other is casein protein. 80% of milk, 80% of protein from milk comes under casein protein, 20% is whey protein. Casein is slow digesting protein. Generally, this casein, majority of it gets transferred into the milk solids, means paneer and cheese. Both of these are good sources of casein protein. Okay, and very less in terms of whey. Okay, whey is the liquid part of the milk that gets separated. That is majority of it is whey. Okay, and casein protein is slow digesting protein. This is a game changer when it comes to your fat loss journey. Okay, if we strategically use casein protein supplement, it gives us more satiety and more fullness as compared to whey protein. Means it stays in our system for a lot longer. It slows down the gastric emptying. Means it stays inside our digestive system, and we don't feel hungry or we don't crave for food for a lot longer. So suppose we compare like a scoop, like 30 grams of whey to 30 grams of casein, we take both of it. Or one day we take like Sunday morning, we take whey protein at 9 a.m. We would be feeling full and we eat an apple along with it. We will feel full around 11, 11:30, like 12 p.m. we would be again hungry for the next meal and ready for the next meal. But if we take casein protein would not make you feel hungry for like next 4 to 5 hours very, very easily, or even more. Okay, it will stay in the gut, it will keep you full, it will not make you hungry and crave for food for a lot longer. So this becomes a game changer, because when it comes to fat loss journeys, the major enemy of ours when we talk about losing fat in the dieting phase is hunger, dealing with hunger. So casein protein, strategically introducing it here, changes the whole game. The problem is that we do not have like very premium brands that are making good quality casein protein. I have tried casein protein when I was on a fat loss journey, but the mixability, taste, texture, flavor, all of those things were not even close to the whey proteins available in the market, the ones that I have used. So that's why that's why if you are in the US, the first thing I would recommend you is to start with the casein protein. But whenever I get clients from India, I do not recommend them going ahead with casein protein. But yes, we have had a few good brands recently, and that is something that I've started recommending it to my clients in the India as well. So that is what this was all about, the essential nutrients or essential supplements. Talking about the ergogenic supplements, ergogenics, performance enhancing supplements. Taking these supplements will help you to perform better, get faster, get stronger, recover faster, build more muscle, and be at the top of your game. Number one supplement here is caffeine. Yes, my friend, caffeine is an ergogenic supplement. This could enhance your performance if you use it well. Caffeine is not a fun and enjoyment drink, my friend. Don't use it for fun and enjoyment or just to keep you awake and away from like like tiredness and laziness and things like that. Use it strategically, and it has shown to be very, very effective to increase your performance. Okay, how much caffeine do we need? Almost 3 to 6 milligrams of caffeine per kg of our body weight is something that would be required to enhance your performance. Minimum effective dose for caffeine could somewhere be around even around 1 to 2 milligrams of caffeine per kg of body weight. We can always start on a lower end, and we can see our body how it responds to it, and slowly increase it, take it higher. But lower dosages, what happens when we are not taking enough dosages of the supplements that we need is we don't find it to be that effective. Now, if the minimal effective dose, or we could say the optimal dose of caffeine is 3 milligrams per kg of body weight, if we just start with like 0.5 milligrams of it, we would not see as much effect, as much benefit of the caffeine. Again, we would think that no, caffeine does not work for me. But we did not use it correctly. We were using it in underdosed quantities, and that's why it did not work for us. It was not the problem with caffeine, it was the problem with the dosing of the caffeine. It was the problem with our knowledge that we did not know how to use it well. Okay, so 3 milligrams. So even if we talk about 3 milligrams per kg, that means if you are weighing 70 kgs, 70 into 3, 200, somewhere around 200 to 220 to even 250, that would be a range in which if you consume caffeine, it would lead to performance benefits significantly. Okay, but again, caffeine comes with a caveat that it our body gets used to it. Okay, so after a point, if we are using it on a regular basis, your body will get used to it, and the same 250 milligrams of caffeine would not be sufficient for your body, and you will have to keep increasing the dosages. So the best way to use it is to use it only on the high performance days. Means suppose today you have a very high intensity leg day, take it that day. Tomorrow you have a high intensity upper body day, take it. The third day you are doing cardio, abs, mobility drills and things like that. Do not take caffeine, or take it in a very, very lower minimal dosage, 1 milligram per kg of body weight. We are not taking it to enhance performance. We are just taking it as we are used to it and as we feel good after taking caffeine. So take it for that, so that the body will not get used to it. On your rest days, stay away from caffeine. Do not take it again. Okay, do not overdose caffeine. Means don't take like every 2 hours, every 3 hours, and especially in the evenings. Half life of caffeine is around 6 hours, my friend. So it stays in our body for around 10 to 12 hours. If you are taking it any time after like 12 p.m., it is going to affect your sleep as well. If by chance you want to have it before 3 p.m. No caffeine after 3 p.m., my friend, because supplements have both sides, they are like double-edged sword. If you use it correctly, it would be beneficial. If you do not use it correctly, it could also be harmful for you. Just like we talked about fat soluble vitamins, overusing them could become toxic for you. Just like that, using caffeine after 3 p.m. would hamper your sleep. If it hampers your sleep, the ergogenic benefits and lack of sleep would bring you to the neutral, or even take you, like, you would be at a net negative if we talk about the usefulness of that supplement. Increasing our performance but decreasing or reducing the quality of our sleep would not make the make the needle move for us. Okay, that would not improve our performance but rather hamper it. Okay, so no caffeine after 3 p.m. even if you are just a recreational drinker of caffeine, just one cup, one glass, one shot of caffeine. Don't drink it after 3 p.m. Finish it, try to finish it like before 12 p.m. and that's it. In the first half of the day is the best way to use caffeine, but not after that. If you are training in the evenings, train without caffeine. If you want ergogenic benefits of caffeine, train first thing in the morning or train in the first half. But if you are training in the evening, taking caffeine would hamper your performance, would hamper your recovery and everything in the longer term. That is what. Caffeine, very, very helpful. Second supplement on the list is beta alanine. Beta alanine is also very amazing supplement if we are talking about increased endurance performance and staying energetic for a longer term. If we are exercising for more than 90 minutes, strength training for more than 90 minutes, endurance runs and things like that, beta alanine is something that has shown to be very, very effective. Okay, so it basically provides as an acid buffer for our body by increasing the carnosine content in our blood. So that is how, what it actually does is it reduces the acid from our muscles, from our body, so that the lactic acid burst that we feel after doing 15 repetition, 20 repetition, we feel that lactic acid burn and things like that. It helps with buffering out a lot of acid so that we could get 2 extra reps, 3 extra reps even after our limits are met. It increases the limits basically. So that is how the beta alanine supplement actually works. Next supplement on the list of ergogenic supplements is citrulline. Citrulline malate or L-citrulline malate. This supplement is a nitric oxide booster supplement. This gets converted to arginine and this helps with vasodilation. This has also shown to increase performance, strength performance and kind of endurance performance as well. But majority of the benefits are because of the vasodilation effect. This is a very major compound of pre-workout supplements. This helps with greater pumps. Vasodilation is basically means that blood flows through our veins and everything. The size of the vein is this much, it would slightly dilate and make the vein a little bigger, the pump would be better, you would be able to see more veins and everything, bigger muscle, bigger pump and things like that. This also helps with clearing out the lactate from the muscle, the byproduct of our body's of the byproduct that is produced when our muscles are being used, will help with clearing those out, will help to bring more fresh blood, oxygen and nutrients inside the working muscles. That will help us with increased performance. That is what. Okay, when we get better pumps, the recovery could have been better, the pumps would have been better, and it could help with increased hypertrophy. But there has been like mixed kind of an evidence here. Citrulline on itself, means there have been researches where a group was training with citrulline, without citrulline, and the difference wasn't very, very significant. But as we could see mechanistically that it helps with vasodilation and clearing out the waste, getting fresh bloods and everything, recovery could be faster. This could benefit, or this could help with faster muscle gain and better recovery and things like that. Try it out by yourself, see if you are able to see any changes, if you are not. But there have been like compelling evidence that you could definitely benefit from this, not very costly kind of a supplement. So start using it. I would recommend you use it in your pre-workouts or intra workouts. It will help you with the pump. Even if your muscle does not grow faster, you will actually feel better, feel good with the better pumps, better weights and things like that. So this is where L-citrulline malate is something that could be beneficial. Now, the dosage of beta alanine and L-citrulline malate could be somewhere around 5 to 8 milligrams. 5 to 8 milligrams. Beta alanine, one of the side effect of beta alanine is parastasis. That is the feeling of like we get the wrong te khade ho gaye and skin feels like there are like spikes on the skin like that, and we feel like itching and things, a little bit of like that feeling. It is not like harmful for our body, but some people might get distracted, might get disturbed with that feeling that beta alanine gives if you are consuming more beta alanine in single dosages. Okay, so to avoid this, what we can do is divide it into two or three equally weighed dosages, like 3 milligrams or 2.5 milligrams 3 times a day. That would be the best way if you want to avoid the jitterness of beta alanine once you have consumed it. If you are fine with it, that actually makes people feel good as well sometimes, but personal preference. If you do not like that feeling, then space it out in equal portions and have it throughout the day. Citrulline is better taken like pre-workout or intra-workout because it will help with better pumps, better vascularity, better lactate clearance, better blood circulation to the target muscle and everything. So it is always better taken around workout. Like get 3 gram, 4 gram pre-workout, get 3 grams or 4 grams intra-workout. Both of them are best ways to take L-citrulline malate as well. Next ergogenic supplement that you would have not expected here is sleep and carbohydrates. You would perform 100% better on the days that you have had better sleep, even without caffeine, even without citrulline, even without malate, citrulline malate or beta alanine or caffeine or things. Just sleep better, my friend. This is not a supplement. This is a primary basic thing that we must do. If you do the basic things, you would not need a pre-workout. If you sleep well and you take pre-workout, your performance would be like the next level. You would be shocked yourself to see your own performance. But if you do not sleep well and you take a pre-workout, you will be able to perform better. But if you just sleep well and do not take a pre-workout supplement, still your performance would be a lot better, my friend. Okay, sleep. Carbohydrates, yes, carbohydrates are very effective, have shown to be very effective in performance enhancement, strength, power, endurance, everything. Okay, so having carbohydrates pre-workout, intra-workout, and even post-workout for recovery and for inducing all of the anabolic effects and things like that, very effective. Carbs, if you're consuming carbs are not bad, my friend. Carbs can increase your performance like anything. Okay, so it is always better to have carbs just around our workout. It is called as peri-workout window. Peri means pre, intra, and post. That means a peri-workout window. In this window, carbs are the most effective. And one other way or one other time when we could use carbs is in the dinner before sleep. Carbs also helps with inducing sleep, and we could get a better and more effective sleep if carbs were there in the last meal of the day or have been consumed like 3-4 hours prior to sleep. This is the best way of using carbs. How much carbs should we use? 25 grams could be a general rule of thumb, but considering your body weight, if we look at your body weight, 1 gram per kg of your body weight in the peri workout window would absolutely be amazing. If you are consuming carbs instantly pre-workout, means like 30 to 60 minutes pre-workout, make sure that you're consuming carbs from simple carbohydrate sources. Even glucon-d, sugar, white bread, bananas are amazing sources here. If you consuming carbs 2 hours before your workout, anything beyond 2 hours, make sure that you are consuming carbs from complex carbohydrate sources. Sweet potatoes are great. Then again, other fruits could have been a good option. Oats are amazing option as well. And all of the complex carbohydrate grain kind of a sources that take longer to digest and absorb and things like that. If you are consuming in pre-workout, glucon-d is an amazing option. Sports drink, energy drinks are amazing options because they are easier to digest, faster to absorb, and you would have enough energy available for the workouts. Okay, post workout, again, a blend of simple and complex carbohydrates would be amazing with protein. Nothing better than that. Okay, that is what. Apart from that, there are very less supplements that have shown to be effective to increase performance. Essential supplements are covered, ergogenic supplements are covered. The last part are the miscellaneous kind of supplements that these have shown to be effective. People have found these out to be effective, but they still have a gray area and they are not essential for our body, and the chances of them increasing our performance are not very significant. Okay, number one would come here is the testosterone boosters. Testosterone boosters is one of the highest selling supplements out there in the market. Especially men are taking it in high quantities, as there have been reports lately that the testosterone level of young men today are comparable to like men in their 50s and their 70s, like 50, 80 years back. Testosterone level of men are at all time low, and people are facing a lot of problem with erection and childbirth and conceiving and a lot of those things. So testosterone supplements are like, they have always been at the top tier in the industry, because again, they mimic the hormone, or they help with increasing the hormone testosterone, which is the male potent hormone, very important for muscle development and everything. All of the steroid drugs and all of these things are basically testosterone that is directly injected into our body. But the testosterone supplements are the supplements that like, by some mechanism, they help with increasing testosterone, but there has been no effective supplement or that research has shown to be effective to increase testosterone. So far there haven't been any supplement that have shown to be very, very effective and have significant impact in increasing testosterone. But there are hypotheses about a few supplements that could be effective. You can try it out, get your testosterone checked before you take it for 12 weeks consistently in the optimal dosages, and after 12 weeks check out your testosterone, whether the supplement worked for you or whether it did not, and you will find out whether the supplement is actually helpful or it is not. So few supplements that are in this list: ashwagandha, shilajit, and we have one called as tongat ali. This is a herb just like ashwagandha and shilajit. Tongat Ali is a recently found herb, and this has also shown to be effective with increasing testosterone for some people, but research does not back it up completely. Majority of these research, ashwagandha, Tongat Ali, and things like that, they reduce stress hormone cortisol. They induce sleep as well, and that is how they increase testosterone. Okay, what we could simply do, the best natural remedy to increase our testosterone is just strength train, heavy strength training, and getting enough sleep. That's it. And keep your micronutrient profile intact. Okay, do not have any micronutrient deficiencies. Sleep well, exercise regularly, eat whole natural food, make sure that you are not developing any nutrient deficiencies and you're sorted. This would be the 99% of things that would help you to increase testosterone. 1% of increase in testosterone could be because of the supplements and things like that, but they are not very, very effective, my friend. Okay, research has not found them to be effective. There are few people whose body reacts very well to the supplements, but again, herbal supplements, we do not know the sourcing of it, whether they contain toxins, whether they contain any harmful supplements, whether they contain any harmful ingredients, fungus, pesticides, things like that. There are no regulating bodies in India that are regulating supplements, my friend. Okay, just like there is FDA, Food and Drug Administration in the US, that have a verification process for supplements as well. Here in India, we do not have any regulating body that regulates the quality of supplements here in India. It just regulates the good manufacturing practice, whether they are sourced correctly, whether the manufacturing practice is good or not. But they are not actually testing for the quality of protein supplements or any supplements for that matter. That's why all of the herbal supplements and all of those things are a big no-no in the list. They are very, very harmful. They contain liver toxins and things like that. So stay away from all of these things. Okay. Coming back onto the topic of, we have talked about testosterone supplements. Apart from these, no other supplements have shown to be as effective or have as much fan following as these three, but there are a few other supplements that could help with some other thing, like a sleep stack. Okay, sleep, there are supplements that could definitely help with sleep. They are melatonin and ZMA supplement. I have found personally to work really well for me. Okay, now melatonin is a sleep hormone that our body produces by its own. Okay, we do not need a supplement for it. But when we are traveling, when circadian rhythm is disturbed, when we are under a lot of stress, when the time zones are changing, when I am traveling from India to the US, someone is traveling from US to India, and to like get the circadian rhythm right again. Sometimes melatonin can be effectively used at the right time to get the sleep hormone right. Wake up in the morning, get the sun rays on your eyes and everything. Take sleep supplement, the melatonin at night. Few ways of using melatonin supplement. I'll tell you how it is very effectively used. Now suppose somebody is traveling like 12 hours back or 12 hours back. Okay, so now my body is expecting it to be night, but it is like wide broad daytime at the country that I have visited. Okay, but my body is expecting it to be nighttime. That is called as jet lag. That I've traveled, I've gone 12 hours behind, and my body is still expecting night when it is broad daylight there. So I would feel sleepy. Okay, so what I should do there is go out in the sun, get the blue light on the eyes, get the body used to the environment there. The body would be in shock for some time, but then the body will get used to it. And at the night time, when it is the night time in the country that I am in, whether even if it is 12 hours behind, my body is expecting it to be daytime. Take melatonin supplement there. Melatonin supplementation will make your body feel like, oh, it's time to sleep. Body would sleep, your body would sleep, wake up the next morning, go out in the sun again, get the blue light. The body will get adapted to the new jet lag wala thing, the new circadian rhythm, the new time zone very, very effectively and very soon, as compared to the usual routine, waking up early, sleeping late, and things like that. If you do this, the use of melatonin supplementation would be best. Apart from that, if you're facing problems with sleeping, a lot of stress going on, a lot of anxious phase, depression, things like that, melatonin supplementation could be used with that as well. It is basically directly replacing getting, getting melatonin from external sources rather than waiting for our body to produce it. But again, what happens is it is a habit forming supplement, my friend. Over a period of time, if you have started with 3 milligrams of melatonin and you are taking 3 milligrams of it for like 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, your body will get used to it. And the day you stop taking melatonin supplementation, you will have problem falling asleep, because your body has got used to the melatonin supplementation. Now you do not give it, your body will feel, oh, melatonin hasn't released so far, it is not time to sleep. Then body will stay awake. Okay, so this is a problem. So do not use it on a regular basis, and whenever you use it, start with 1 milligram. That's it. The melatonin supplementation that are generally available comes around from 3 milligrams, 5 milligrams, and 10 milligrams and beyond. So anything beyond like 3 milligrams is of no, big red flag. Okay, do not go for that. 3 1, that is a good range, and also use it sparingly, use it at the right occasions, and that is what. ZMA is also a supplementation called a zinc magnesium aspartate. Okay, and vitamin B6. So basically it is a combination of zinc, vitamin B6, and magnesium aspartate. So these three nutrients, if combined together, have a synergistic effect on our body and helps us get relaxing sleep. I have personally used this. I have used ZMA with ashwagandha. Both, a combination of both of these has shown to be very, very effective for my sleep. So I don't use it often, but when I was on a fat loss journey, when I was in a phase where I was eating just 800 calories, and that phase lasted for a very long time, and I was facing a lot of problem with falling asleep and things like that. That was a phase where I used these two supplements, and my sleep was very, very cool, I would say. Very good sleep I got after using these two supplements in combination. That works really well for my body, that I have observed. Apart from that, my friend, I don't think there is any supplement that is worth mentioning here. If I haven't mentioned any of the supplement so far and you find it out on the internet, you do not, you would not benefit from it. Okay, that is one. And apart from that, if you think I have missed any supplement, if you think there is a supplement out there in the market that I need to cover and that you have benefited from, or there is something that you want me to answer a question about any supplement that you think is effective or you have found it to be effective, do drop it in the comments below or share it with me on my Instagram. I am as fitness engineer underscore Vinay. And that's about today's episode. I hope that helped you. I hope that added some knowledge into your dictionary, your brain, your knowledge source. That's about today's episode, my friend. Bye bye, and see you for the next one.